The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, my name is Leo Connors, and welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. Tonight, I got a very special guest, professional wrestler Ike.
Hi.
Ike, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. So we're going to get right into it, Ike. Where'd you grow up?
Boston, specifically Charlestown.
Okay.
Lived there for like 15 years, and then moved to Billerica.
All right. Now, I was telling you off air that I grew up in Lowell, so we weren't too far from each other.
Not too.
When did you first see pro wrestling?
That's kind of a blurry memory, but probably when I was like 3 or 4, like 96, 97-ish.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
That's
WCW.
Attitude Era and stuff?
Yeah, I was more of a fan of WCW at first.
Okay.
But then I started watching more gradually as the 90s progressed and early 2000s. I started going more towards WWF.
Okay, great. Were your friends and family into it?
My grandmother was like a long time ago,
Yeah.
like Gorgeous George and Killer Kowalski in like the 50s. Like her and my grandfather used to go sometimes. My mom kind of got into it when I was into it, but for the most part, it was just me. Because my grandmother like hated all the new stuff at that point.
Did she? Yeah. My father's mother, my grandmother, she was into wrestling too, but she died before I was even born. Some of your favorites when you first started watching wrestling that you can remember. I mean, at 4, it's probably hard to remember.
Like some of my favorites early on would be like DDP,
Yeah.
Sting. I like Kidman a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of WCW. I like Goldust, WWF guy.
Right.
He was interesting.
All right. When did you know you wanted to be a wrestler or you wanted to try to be a wrestler?
I don't know. I always kind of wanted to do it. Never really, like, it was one of the things I never really thought of it. It was like, oh, I'd like to do it. And eventually it was like, I was 18 or 19. I was like, okay, just happened to find, they have schools around here. I can do that. But money became an issue. So it took like 2 years for me to finally, get my finances in order. And I finally went when I was like 21, 22. But yeah, so like I always wanted to, but just one of those things I didn't even think was a thing until like I was like 19 or 20.
Nice. All right. Were you worried about thinking you were too small? Or did anybody ever say to you, like, you're too small, which is, I can't stand when people say that because you look at some of the greatest, even hockey players. They're not the biggest guy in the world and they're phenomenal. So I always believe size isn't a hindrance.
I mean, a little bit, but not like a ton for the most part, mainly because like these days most people are small. Like,
Right.
the big
right,
people are the abnormal thing these days.
Right, exactly.
But there was also like listening to like a Colt Cabana podcast once, and he was like, yeah, people get all intimidated about going to wrestling school, thinking like, oh, it's gonna be all these like really in shape dudes. And it's like, no, most of them are just out of shape or fat like me. To quote him, I was like, okay, well, let's see how that goes then.
Nice. Do you listen to Colt's new podcast?
I haven't listened to him in a while, but
It's not bad. Wrestling Anonymous. It's pretty good. They saw stories about. I've been thinking about calling, telling a few stories, but I think he'd know because I get some stories from the Ring of Honor shows.
You should do that before.
What was the first show you ever went to?
As a fan or as
a fan?
The first one I can remember, I think it was like a matinee house show from WWF, like 98 or something. The only thing I really remember from it was me and my mom was sitting up in the bleachers. And I just remember Mankind and Rock just brawling on the stage with each other, so that was pretty cool.
Nice. What about indie show?
Indie show, I didn't really start going to indie shows until I started training, so like Chaotic would probably have been the first one.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Who trained you?
Trained in New England Pro Wrestling Academy, trained with Amato, Johnny
Nice.
V, Brand Fury, those guys.
Nice. Okay. Who else was in the class?
At that class who were coming up, who were still working, Miles, Foxy, Calvin Campbell, my friend Mike, I forget what his work name is because he was gone for a while, now he's back.
Right.
Just for people who were like training in my training class, like to still working, it's not actually that many.
Okay.
It's only like literally maybe 2 or 3, but that's probably stretching it.
Right. And what year was that?
That was 2015.
2015. Okay, great. What are some of the companies that you worked for right at the beginning? Like, who was the first couple companies to book you?
Chaotic, NCW, and APW.
Nice. So you work for Sheldon a little bit?
Uh,
Is that what we said? Oh,
in
NCW.
John Casey,
John
Lumberjake,
Casey, yeah,
Pava.
right.
Yeah, I worked for them quite a bit. And like
Nice.
APW, those like the three first ones that really.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so I get some fan questions. Then we'll go through your career a little bit, and then we'll play the name game. First question is from Maverick Wild. Are you career oriented?
Like as far as like really focusing on being a professional wrestler and
Yeah.
make a career out of it. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to be able to make money in wrestling eventually. That'd be cool. And I do think I focus and put the effort in. And so,
Okay.
yeah, I guess so.
Where would you like, Mav, as a follow-up question, where would you like to see yourself in 5 years?
Wherever they're gonna pay me.
Hey, good answer. See that, Mav? He had a good answer for you. All right. One of APW's biggest fans, I don't know if you know him, but Anthony Mark Balkus.
Yeah, nice guy.
He says, what is your favorite memory in your wrestling career so far?
Ooh, so far. That might be not even like a favorite memory in wrestling career. It might not even be like in my career, but like we were talking about Ring of Honor before the show went on. Like my favorite memory in wrestling, it kind of got me really thinking about doing it was at that show. I think it was Daniel Bryan or Brian Danielson's second to last show. It was the one in East Boston, not East Boston, BU.
Okay.
And he was working Davey Richards, and like Davey Richards went for like a plancha. He ducked out the way, and he came flying into the second row and just took me out. It was pretty great.
Nice.
It's fun.
That's cool.
I felt bad. I no sold it.
Is that on a DVD? It must be.
Oh, it's on the Final Countdown tour somewhere in
Nice.
Boston.
Daniel Bryan is incredible. I mean, he's doing incredible stuff with AEW. So obviously, is that one of your favorite wrestlers, Daniel Bryan, right now?
Yeah, these days, yeah.
Yeah. What about Punk?
I like Punk. I've been a Punk fan since his probably WWE days, ECW days.
Right. No, I definitely. Both of them fantastic wrestlers. I want to get away from wrestling just for two questions. This is all me because this is what I love this stuff. Who's your favorite musical act or band?
Oh, that's a tough question. Could be ask me that on a different day. You're gonna get a different answer.
Oh, I agree.
But I'll go with Michael Jackson today.
All right. Excellent answer. What's a TV show that everybody should watch?
Right now, that's kind of going. I like Titans. It's on
okay.
HBO Max. It's basically
Is that with like Dick Grayson?
Yeah, it's like an adult version of the Teen Titans.
Yeah, I started. Is it back on again? Like the new season?
That I think starts over the summer.
Okay, because I'm like way behind. I'm only on like season 3, and they already up to like 6 or 7, aren't they?
I think they got 4.
4. Okay, so I'm not that far
Yeah,
behind.
you're catching up.
Cool.
Catching up.
Great show though.
It is very good.
All right. My buddy Dave Fournier wants to know if you could go back in time to the territory days, which promotion would you want to work for? And who would you want to wrestle? And it doesn't have to go all the way. You could, wherever you know what I mean? Whatever company you want to say.
I'll go Mid-South and Ted DiBiase.
Ooh, nice. Excellent. All right. If there were a Mount Rushmore for New England indie wrestling, who would you put on it? It's a great question, Dave.
Ooh,
He asks that a lot. I like that because it's always different, each guest.
I put my trainers on it. The three
Yeah.
of them.
So Johnny V, Amato, Brian Fury.
Yeah. How many faces are on Mount Rushmore?
Well, you can. Well,
got
we go
4?
up to 6 more, but there's usually 4.
We got
But
4, or-
sometimes it's tough to name 4 because you always have a couple, that you can put there too.
Yeah, I'll put Wagner on it just because you can hear him laughing a mile away.
Oh, absolutely. Nice. All right. If you follow other sports, what do you think of the Patriots' chances in the playoffs?
Not looking good after the last a few weeks, but
Yeah. No, 2 weeks ago they did good. They scored 50 points, but they lost to the
yeah,
Dolphins.
you're playing the Jaguars. If you don't put 50 points up,
Right.
you're gonna have a problem. But,
Exactly.
They might surprise them this week just because nobody expects them to, but we'll see.
They got to get that running game going, and that defense got to get back. That's for sure. Let's see. Dave, always a loaded question. This is a loaded question because what is your favorite promotion to work for?
One of my favorite fun promotions just didn't have fun and not worry about anything. NCW,
Okay,
just relaxed,
right.
just fun, enjoyable.
And that's, you said earlier, John Casey and Lumberjake?
Yeah, like no pressure, just go on and have a good time.
Right. Excellent. What would you say is most challenging for you as an independent wrestler?
That's a good question. It's like it's always just lately just getting myself out there more.
Right.
Because before the pandemic, I felt like I was getting booked pretty regularly. And then obviously the pandemic kind of
Yeah.
shut everything down. Wasn't much going on outside of maybe around here, at least outside of Limitless,
Right.
running tapings. But couldn't really get to those because first one they had was COVID scare. Everyone was fine. But then the next couple were basically around the time of my baby being born.
Right. Oh, okay.
So like a month before, a month after. So didn't really do anything in 2020. So like basically just get myself back out there. Having kids now. Have another one coming next month.
My next question was, how many kids do you have? So you have one and one on the way.
He'll be here real soon. 2 boys. So,
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm a father. I got 3 kids. They're all adults.
yeah.
2 of them are way older than you, and the other one probably just a little younger. All right, Anthony Mark Balkus came back and asked a couple more. What was your best memory of working with APW?
I think the first match I had there working with Jin, Vanity Vixen, that was just a fun match.
Yeah.
It was just my whole the locker room loved it. It was great.
Right.
I can remember Big Woody. I kind of hear him on commentary for what stuff we were doing, like the look on his face, and he was just like, "Wow, this is happening." I don't know if you were you there for that one.
I might have been there. I think that actually I didn't start catering until after Woody was gone from there.
Well, it's on YouTube. Mike versus Vanity Vixen, funny match.
Nice. Big Woody missed very much. He was a huge supporter of this show. He was on 5 or 6 times. We did a tribute to him. I had Uncle Eddie Hunt and his roommates at the time. He was living with Gina and Shaw McGinnis. Great guy. All right, last question from Anthony Mark Balkus. What made you get into wrestling? Obviously, you kind of said that, how you liked it, but
Just like, again, just a fan of it and really enjoyed watching it as a kid. Really enjoyed the moments and all the stuff that I remembered from it being growing up. So just trying to make some more of those and make some more of those with people growing up too, I guess.
Excellent. All right, so let's go back. We're going to go through your career a little bit. So you at first you started working. You were working for Chaotic, NCW, and APW. Now I see that you're branching out a little bit more. It seems. Have you worked for NYWC?
Not NYWC, but I've worked for NYCW.
That's what it is. I'm sorry. Yes.
No, there's 2 of them.
Oh, there is 2 of them.
There's
Okay.
New York, whatever. I forget the exact.
New York
name.
Wrestling Connections.
Yeah,
One of them.
and that's in like Staten Island or somewhere down in the city. And New York Championship Wrestling is up in upstate New York.
Okay.
I worked for New York Championship.
All right.
Wrestling.
Did you work at all for CZW?
I did some of the Dojo World shows.
And how was that?
They were alright. They're fun. Fun
Yeah.
little shows.
Now, where do they shoot those? In Jersey?
Those were in Voorhees, Jersey. I don't know where they're doing that stuff now, but
Right.
those were like deep Jersey, like going towards Delaware, like Atlantic City, that area.
How was it like working for DJ Hyde?
He was fine. I never had an issue with him.
I don't know him. That's why I'm just figuring I'd get to know him.
Yeah,
He was pretty good.
I never really had any beef with him, no problems at all.
Right.
Some people I'm sure have, but I mean, who hasn't had something problem with somebody at some point?
Absolutely.
Anywhere, so, but I never did.
Who were some of the people you worked down there?
One Justin Shaw. He was John St. Clair. He doesn't work anymore. He moved to Texas to become a cop, but he was a good dude. I worked him down there. That's probably my favorite match. Of course, the one that doesn't get recorded. But
Oh, man.
yeah, I know, right? They said I'm still waiting for that. I'm still waiting for it. I said
Right.
they're good to me, but yeah, that I had a weird like battle royal tag team match down there, like Royal Rumble tag team match, which was fun. Me and I forget who was my partner in that, but it was fun. Me and you remember Antoine
Yes.
Nichols? Like these, and we were again at some point we ended up with a rep in there. I don't know if you know the rep. They're kind of big down in Jersey.
Oh, yeah, I have. Because they took on, actually, they wrestled against the Killanova before.
Yes.
Yes.
And they got us in this powerbomb move, and I'm like, we get powerbombed over each other. I thought we were gonna go crashing into each other like back to back.
Right.
Next thing I know, I look up, I see Antoine going this way. I'm going this way. I'm like, oh, this might not end too well. It ended fine, but it was a funny
Right.
moment.
Now, he moved, right, Antoine?
Yeah, he also moved to Texas.
Now, he also moved to Texas. Everybody likes Texas.
Texas.
Is he wrestling down there at all?
Last I talked to him, he's getting back. He gets getting his gear made, changing up his stuff,
Right.
and like he's trying to try to get booked again. I haven't talked to him in a few months, but
Right. That's
Yeah.
cool. He seemed like a really great guy. I didn't really know him very well, but I enjoyed watching him wrestle.
sweetheart, good dude.
Nice. What was it like working at Fenway Park?
Early and tired. He was just tired, waking up like 7 in the morning to get
Right.
there like at 8. But it was fun. It was an interesting experience.
Now, did you work all the shows down there?
Yes, I did.
And so who'd you work? I was at a couple of them.
The first one I just did a battle royal.
Okay.
And the next 2, I worked Knife Reader one of them. Me
Nice.
and Brandino, we tagged up against them, and the next one I worked House of Pain, and I tagged Gauntlet.
Nice. Excellent. You brought him up, Brandino Davis. How's he doing right now? Do you know?
He's hanging in there. I text
Yeah.
him every now and then. I haven't talked to him in like a month, but like he's staying
He's a
strong.
great guy, man.
Yeah, very nice guy. Sweet
Great
dude.
guy. All right, let's talk about NCW a little. I've wanted to go down to their shows, and this coming year is my 50th year as being a wrestling fan, so I'm gonna make a conscious effort to get to all these shows. Tell us a little about working at NCW for John Casey and Lumberjack.
It's just fun. It's just a relaxed environment. That's my favorite thing about it. Just
Yeah, good locker room.
good locker room. Everyone's pretty relaxed, chill. No pressure other than the pressure you put on yourself.
Right. Okay. Have you worked for Proving Ground?
When they first started,
Yeah.
when they were doing their tapings in
Right.
APW school, I
Okay.
did a few of those.
Excellent. What about you work for Showcase?
Never worked for Showcase.
Okay. I know you work for Jimmy Allen though, right? At New World Wrestling Extreme?
I haven't worked there either.
Wow, I thought I saw you there.
Must be my twin.
What about UFO?
I've worked with Pat.
For
Dillon.
Pat, yeah?
Uh,
Are you coming? Are you booked on the February show?
not at the moment, but hey.
I don't think he's booked everybody yet. Anyways, I actually talked to him this afternoon. So
Oh, did you?
yeah,
I saw him a couple weeks ago at Bell Time. I swung in there.
nice.
We had a conversation for a while about stuff. I like Pat.
Now, do you go down there and like work out sometimes at the bell time?
Lately, I've been trying to get more ring time in because I haven't really
Right.
trained anywhere since, honestly, before like COVID started.
Right.
So, but since just trying to get more training and be a little less paranoid and get out there and get my work on myself. So yeah, I've been training
Nice.
there a little bit.
And Bo's a great guy.
Oh, Bo's, I love Bo. Who doesn't
You
love
know?
Bo?
Exactly. I love Bo. I've known him so long. How about you said you were in a tag team. Can you tell me were you in any stables?
Various ones depending on where I was.
All right. Can you tell us about them?
Well, the first one I was in was like the Underground Anarchy with me, Tim Lennox, Tim Davison in NCW.
Yep.
That was a wacky, goofy, like Tim Lennox just like, let's do the most random, bizarre stuff we can think
Right.
of and giggle to ourselves. And then Capital Wrestling, I worked on there. I was in like the Danger Sanctuary. The highlight of that was being in the ring with Jimmy Ray because he was in the group. And Jimmy Ray was like, "Hey, the only conversation I had, we were in a group together. I only spoke to him like 2 seconds when we were in the ring with each other. He's like, "Hey, could you tell those 2 guys to move, please? Because they're just standing in my way. Because they had to do a jump start or something."
Right. Jimmy was a good dude. I met him a few times from catering, and I was so sad, man. You
Yeah,
know?
I wish I talked to him more.
Right.
We were like working kind of with each other for like 6 months. I didn't really talk to him much at all.
Right. And he was so talented.
He was.
He really was. What about tag teams? I don't want to. Were you in the Dirty Dogs?
Dirty Drifters.
Dirty Drifters. I'm sorry. That's my bad. So,
Yeah.
and your partner was
Jacob Drifter and Doug Weiser.
Doug was okay. Now, have you had any managers?
A few kind of just like spot managers, and a few that were just kind of dedicated to promotions, like Dallas McCarthy
Yeah.
and NCW. Doc Ozone has managed me here and there in various places, once just like one-offs.
Right.
But other than that, other than those 2, I can't really think of any.
Okay. Did you work at all for House of Bricks or anything like that?
Never worked.
Any other companies that you worked that I haven't mentioned?
Quite a few. I mean, around New England, and I worked for Blitzkrieg a little bit. Let's Wrestle, just with the Jerry
that's up in
Drifters,
Maine,
up
right?
in Maine. I've worked with Larry up in Maine a little bit now.
NAWA.
Yeah. Worked for VCW in Maine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Jason Rumble.
Yeah, Word of Hurt up in Weston, Mass, and upstate New York. So,
Right. Now, is that Kenny Casanova?
Word of Hurt.
Yeah.
Shane Alden.
Oh, okay. Okay. And that Shane Alden, he had a brother, Eric, right?
Yes.
Is now they shoot brothers, or was that just a tag team?
I believe they're real brothers.
Cool.
That's a
So
working man.
Shane's the only one that runs that, or are they both do it?
He basically runs it. Him and his wife have like. I mean, his
okay.
wife will help him like sell tickets. I think I haven't
Right.
been there in a few years, but nice
That-
guy. Let me stay at his house once.
Nice. I remember reading about them in like magazines and stuff back when they first started out, and Kenny Casanova worked for him for sure as one of the managers.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're still working, but that would have been a good. Him and his brother would have like the gimmick would have fit in perfectly with like Nightbreed.
Yeah.
Like I think it would have they got like this ghost zombie gimmick. It would have been funny.
Nice. Excellent. All right. Let's talk a little bit about some of your favorite matches at each company. Let's go. Let's start with Chaotic.
Yeah, like I didn't have too many, but I guess my favorite one would probably be the first like real one I had there was like tag team with me and Cam Zagami
Yep.
against the Hoods.
Oh, nice.
So that was like my first tag. That was my first tag team match.
Right.
And one of my first matches. It was a fun match, fun experience.
And Cam's come back as Club Cam. Have you seen him like do that gimmick?
Yeah, I've seen him down to Beyond lately. He's he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Goofy dude.
So you go to most of the Beyond shows?
I've been trying
Help
to.
out?
Yeah, I've been trying to.
Because I'll tell you, I went to a few of the Thursday shows and I would run into Alec Price there, and he was always there helping out, you know. And then and I couldn't go every week, you know, because of my job. So we probably skipped a few weeks and then saw him again. He was still there, just helping out. And then finally we get there like 6 weeks later, and he was wrestling on the show, and the fans hated him like go away heat. We come back like 5 weeks later, and the place is going crazy for him.
Oh yeah,
It's a great place to work.
yeah, Alec's a good dude. He's a go-getter. He's the nicest like unlikable guy ever because he can get like under your skin so like easy. Obviously, at a heel, he's a wonderful heel.
Right.
I love Alec.
He's got a lot of talent.
Oh, he does plenty of talent.
All right, so how about your favorite match in APW? Was it the one with Vanity?
Yeah, I would say that would probably be my favorite one. That was the most fun one I had.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Oh yeah, she's wonderful.
No doubt. All right, and how about NCW?
NCW, probably the favorite one I've had was probably one of the more recent ones. I did taping with Mike Montero. That was a fun one. It was
Nice. Very talented kid.
very, very, very.
How about Let's Wrestle?
Let's wrestle, yeah.
And who?
I had some weird, man. Like all the matches up there were like, either like handicap tag team matches or like kind of just quick little things. But my favorite one was probably with MSP. It was me. It was like me, Jacob, and Doug versus MSP. It's like right before that was like the last show before the pandemic or second to last show before the pandemic.
So it was all three at MSP. Alexander Lee.
No, he was already gone from.
Oh, he
this
was
point.
already
He
gone
was
from
from
there.
before, yeah.
Okay.
He was working with I think he was tagging with Kennedy Copeland at that point.
She's gonna come up in the name game.
No,
I wrote down a bunch of names, like I always
just
do.
thought a bunch out I had. Like
That's it. So, all right. So, what about Blitzkrieg?
Blitzkrieg. Oh, that was an interesting experience. It was fun. It was like they had like this idea of doing like this 1, 2, 3 kid thing with me, where I
Yeah.
just come out and job every week until I finally go over, and it got over, and it was a good experience. It was fun.
Nice. Now, is that Jeremy Leary? Who owns Blitzkrieg?
Leary.
It is Jeremy. Okay.
Yeah, I think at that point I don't know about who at this point now, but Joe Eastman was helping out there. It was
Right.
Leary was running, but Eastman was like helping put piece things together.
Were you there the night that Just Incredible tried to take the microphone?
Oh, I was there. It was
You were there, yeah.
it was like, oh man, give it to Jeff Cannonball for calming the situation down. I was just thinking we should all kind of back off because everybody's like surrounding him. Like, I don't think this is the moment you want to surround somebody.
Right.
So can we all just like step back and let 1 or 2 people maybe go over and try to talk to him?
And that's great. Jeff Cannonball, I met him a couple times. He's a nice kid.
Very, very nice.
Is he still doing his Twitter soda reviews? I haven't been on Twitter in a while.
I haven't seen any in a while, but I think he did not too unrecent. Like maybe a few months ago I saw one. So
Right.
probably.
I saw a great match a hardcore match with him and Matt Tremont. And man, that was incredible. I only saw it on YouTube. I wasn't there live, but
Yeah, I worked him a couple times. It was fun.
yeah. Did you work Matt Tremont at all?
Never worked Tremont, but I've been down to H2O.
Right.
I did a show, not an H2O show, but I did a show thing called Brawl down there. once.
Okay.
Me and Brandino and Rob Marsh went down. Yeah,
Nice. Rob Marsh. Man, I haven't heard his name in a while.
yeah, I love that guy.
That's awesome.
Wish I see him more often.
Right. All right. We can play the name game.
Okay.
It's a lot. This is usually fun. Let's see. We'll start with Foxy Calvin Campbell.
Yeah.
You can tell a story, anything. You know what I mean? You don't have to. Can take as long as you want. Whatever. You know.
I've known Miles since I started. Good dude. Nothing bad to say about him. Just wish he would get to the car a little quicker.
Yeah.
He would just like, wait outside his. I mean, he's gotten better at it. But I'd be waiting outside his house. Like, oh, Miles, Foxy, I'll pick you up at 2:00. Okay, you want me to pick you up 2:00? Cool. 1:30. I'm on my way. I'll be there in like 10 minutes. I'm gonna get there early. 2:30. I get there at 2:15 because of traffic. 2:40 comes. I'm like, Miles, I'm about to take off. I've been out here 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Right.
Oh, I'm coming. I just jumped in the shower. Like, you shouldn't have done
You
that.
ain't jumping in
You
the
should have jumped in the shower like an hour ago, dude. What are you doing? But I mean, no, yeah. So other than that, I mean,
Yeah.
he's just oh man, he's just Miles, just Miles. Foxy.
He's nothing. I mean, I find talent in every wrestler. I think he's very entertaining.
Oh, he's very
He's
entertaining.
very entertaining.
Easy to get along with everything.
Right. How about I haven't brought his name up in a while. Cicero.
Haven't seen him and talked to him in a while, but I liked him. We always got along very well. We worked together a few times. We trained together a little bit. I think he's in Rhode Island now, just living his life. So
Because I'll tell you, I like this gimmick. He really pulled that off well. And
did.
that's not an easy gimmick to, you know what I mean? You have to really, if you want to be like he was more of a jester, right? Than a clown.
Yeah, you got that from like the Elder Scrolls games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there was like one of the games. There was a jester that, like, if you play one of the quests, you find he's like a psycho jester who's named Cicerone. I think that's where he got the motivation from. the
Nice,
inspiration.
because I thought he killed that gimmick. When he
did.
was working at APW, I remember hitting him up one night and saying, dude, you were one of the most entertaining person on that show last night, you know, when I saw him.
Yeah, I hope he comes back sometime.
Yeah, I do too. I actually asked him about coming on the show, and he said he was stepping away for a little while. So hopefully someday I can get him back. I can get him on the show. How about a kid that's killing it right now? Shannon Thomas.
Oh, Tim, I've known
Timmy Thunder.
Timmy D, Timmy Dunner. I mean, oh man, nothing bad to say about Tim. We've known each other since I think around the time he started training. He's gotten a lot better. He's not just work wise, look wise, everything, confidence. So as far as the worker goes, he's a great worker. I've worked him once. It was I think it was at the Proving Ground taping, but
Nice.
yeah, good dude.
Yeah, and what I like about how he's gone around and trained at all the different places.
Yeah, top
He's-
rope XWA, I believe he trained there for a minute.
Yeah.
I think he's trained. He gets around. Bell time is where like he started at.
Right. And I love his, like, he has like a little bit of European style, not fully, but he throws some, you know what I mean? Like those uppercuts and other things. He's, like I said, another kid I wouldn't be surprised to see him sign soon, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he's working. I mean, places he's working like him. He's working Mike Bennett. He's working.
Exactly.
He's working names, and he's doing well. I wouldn't be shocked to see him pop up on Dark or someplace soon.
Right.
I hope to. I hope to see him pop up on there.
I got to ask, Alec Price, did he just have a tryout?
Yes,
He did.
that's what I believe he did. Yeah.
And awesome, man. Good for him, you know?
Yeah.
I love seeing the guys around him make it to the next, you know, to make it to the next level. Like when AG got signed, I thought it was incredible. Have you had much interactions with Anthony Green?
Yeah, we were also at New England Pro Wrestling Academy together. We've worked each other a few times. He's a kind-hearted dude, like, you know, just a very genuinely
Right.
good-hearted human being.
It was nice when he came back and won the Limitless title again, right?
Yes,
And then,
Alec.
Alec took it from him. Now, do you go a lot? Do you go up there to the shows with the guys, even if you're not working, let's say for Limitless? Do you go up and, you know?
I haven't been up there since my last wrestle show that I did like a while back, but I do plan on getting back up to Limitless, like going up there.
Nice. They put on some really, really good shows. Pat Dillon.
Pat Dillon, like I said, just been talking. I saw him a couple weeks ago about time. He's a funny dude.
Yeah. We do the same job. We're both custodians. He always says, he goes, I should come work up there. I said, you should. I'd love to have him at my school. A guy that I don't know very well, but I want to get to know him more, and I want to go to his shows, and I want to have him on the show, John Casey. Everybody that I know says he's the nicest guy, man. I'm really looking forward to meeting him someday.
Yeah, you should come down to NCW. He's a wonderful dude, John Casey, Lumberjake. All the whole crew down there is very friendly and just likable.
Right. Now, where do they run their shows?
They run in Dedham
Okay.
and they run in Bristol, Rhode Island. Those are like the two most
Okay.
frequently.
Yeah, because I talk to Dave Forney almost every day, and we were making a list of all the shows that we want to go to this year. And NCW was at the top of the list. Proving Ground was right there, too. I've had Todd Graham on the show 8 times, and I've never been to one of his shows.
Right.
So, and I always say how much I like Todd. So, how much do I really like him if I'm not going to his
Yeah,
shows?
right there in Peabody,
Sorry,
right?
Todd. I'm coming.
Eventually.
Yes, I'm going to get there. How about Lumberjake, who I don't know very well, but is always very nice whenever I have an interaction with him.
Same as I was saying, the whole NCW crew, Lumberjake included, is a very friendly, likable
Right.
dude. Big teddy bear.
Well, I see that he was doing some stuff with FAFO,
Yeah, he
Savannah and Angel, and he's a lucky guy to be working with those pretty girls.
I guess he is.
And they're great. And they're great girls, anyways. I got to know Savannah. I met her at an LPW show while I was with my family. You know what I mean? She's really nice. And got to meet Angel doing the show, you know,
Also
going to
trained with him, so.
APW shows and stuff like that. I want to say I haven't seen them do anything in a while.
Yeah, I don't know what they're up
Since
to.
that, remember they did the APW show.
Yeah, they were at APW for a bit, and I haven't really talked to them. I didn't
Yeah.
too much, but I'm sure it'll pop back up eventually.
Well, Susanna's getting married soon.
Oh, yeah,
to
that's true.
Julian. I think it's next month. I wish him all the best. Julian's a great guy too. How about Ryan Drew?
I don't really know Ryan Drew too much. I've been on some shows with him, and I've talked to him very briefly. He seems like he knows what he's doing when it comes to wrestling. He's been around. I don't know how long he's been around, but I know he's been around for a while.
He's been around a long time.
Pretty decent amount of time. So he's good. I know he trains a lot of people at Top Rope, and a lot of good people come out of Top Rope. So
Yeah.
he's obviously good at training people.
Yes,
Good
and
at-
I hope
good at what does.
I hope he's going to continue to get booked. He wasn't at the last APW show, but hopefully they're going to still book him. Book him more because I enjoy watching Ryan, and he can help everybody. He can help all the younger guys. You know what I mean?
Hopefully, because it's always good to have people who know what they're doing around.
Right, exactly. How about we'll go with one of Channing Thomas's tag team partners in the Prestige, BRG, Brett Ryan Goslin.
Bro, I've known him for a while. He's not a bad dude. He's also not a guy who's improved quite a bit. He's like kind of like Alec in the sense that he's got like this very like unlikable personality. Like,
Right.
with the fans, like he can just get any type of heat.
Yeah.
I think he had like fans chasing him. I wasn't there, but in some NCW show, I think he had like fans like chasing him into the locker room or something. He got under their skin somehow. So
Dude, he really is good at doing that,
So he-
though.
yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and say he's Roddy Piper, but he has Piper-ish, heelish, the way he just talks to people,
Yeah, it's like something about tone that people can just like. Some people just have that tone and that like cadence and demeanor that just makes you want to choke them.
Right. And I'm not too happy because he's a Canadians fan. I'm a huge Bruins fan, but
I know.
like I told him, you like who you like. You know what I mean?
Well,
How about Dick Lane?
Dick Lane, he just had a baby recently.
Yes.
Too. He's been
Thinking of you, Dick?
so he's got an adorable little baby. He's
Yes.
I think
Little girl?
yes. He's I've seen him a couple times since. He's more focused on being a father, which is great. So
Right.
he's doing well, and hopefully I'll see him soon.
And he's very talented. Very, very talented. At first, when I first saw him, I didn't get the whole, like, the rig, all that stuff. But I started to come around on stuff like that. You know what I mean? For a long time, I was against stuff like that. What is he at? The force field and all
choke
that?
and the power gauntlet or whatever he got.
Yeah. But you got to dispel your belief when you go to wrestling. And I just think he's very talented. He came on the show. We had a great episode. Love to have him back on again. How about Sean Leader?
Sean Leader. Nice dude. I haven't seen him in another guy I haven't seen in a while, but yeah, nothing bad to say about Sean. Nice guy.
Another talented kid. Let's talk about some women. Kennedy Copeland.
Oh, I love Kennedy. I've known her for a long time. Just a sweetheart.
Right.
Loves animals and just a good worker. She's like
Definitely a good work.
she's a good worker. She's taking off recently, doing like she's a lot. I've seen her pop up all over the place.
Yeah,
lately,
me
so-
too. I've seen that. Yep.
So, I don't know. She's trying to do deathmatch. I don't know about all that. Like, I was at a show last week and she was doing a barbed wire deathmatch. I'm like, Kennedy, ouch. Come on, Kennedy.
Right.
Yeah, but hey,
Hey, she's tough.
it works for her. Whatever.
How about another girl I like? I haven't seen too much about, but I like what I've seen. Riley Shepard.
Oh, really? I like Riley. I worked with her where it hurt. We had a fun match up there, like when we were doing like the Vermont weekend that they had up like 4 years ago now. I haven't seen her since, but
Right.
yeah, I know she got hurt a while back, but I think she's 100% now. And I think I've seen her face pop up in places, so
Nice.
she's doing all right.
How about Ashley Vox
Ashley,
and Delmi?
Delmy.
I'm sorry, Delmi Exo.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it? The last name?
I believe so.
Yeah. Now they are the Sea Stars.
Yes.
What about those girls? They're starting to make it too big time for a
Yeah,
while now.
Yeah, they're popping on like AEW at
Yeah.
Dark.
What did they do? Impact too?
I think they did like some Impact Women's Tag Tournament.
Yeah, I think the tag tournament. They were in the tag
Yeah, they were
tournament.
doing some stuff. And they always pop up places. They're good,
Right.
They're good people too.
Yeah, excellent. Vanity Vixen.
Oh, I've known Jen since I started training. So
Right.
she's a wonderful lady.
Yeah.
Her and Amato both
Yeah,
package deal. So
absolutely. How about Amato?
and I can't say enough nice things about Amato.
Right.
He's helped me out a lot. Anytime anytime I have a question, anytime I need it, I'm like text him like, hey Amato, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? How could you watch this? Could you watch that?
Yep.
He never failed to get back to me. Never no matter what time it is.
Right.
Nothing bad to say about him.
No, he's a great guy. And like you said, Johnny Vegas was also a guy that helped
Same-
train. And them two
same.
guys are like best friends.
Oh yeah, they've known each other since probably around the time I was like 1.
Right.
So they've known each other a very long time. Both,
Now you were there for Johnny's last match because I remember seeing you in the
I was
audience.
out there.
What was it like for you though to be able to be there that night? You know, for one of your trainers.
Kind of weird because I mean, like, just weird. I hate to. I know I think he I plans on moving soon. I think.
Yeah, he's moving to Florida.
So I hate to so it's kind of like a little like, oh man, I want to see you go kind of
Right.
thing. So, but it's cool to see him. Hey, he got his last match and he got to do it with Amato, friend they've known for years. It was a fun little match. He had Sonny good speed in there and
Right.
like a few other people so he's had cross paths with in his career. So
I thought it was funny because I asked them if they had told Tony Stevens that they were going to pull that little stunt and say, get out of here, you're not wanted for this match, whatever. And at first Sonny said, oh no, we didn't tell him. And then Johnny Vegas was like, yeah, we told him. We're not real jerks.
like just mess with him like that.
But the way they did it, I was laughing. I was like, oh, poor Tony. Now, what about Tony Stevens? You know Tony at all?
Yeah, I've known Tony for a bit. Like he used to, like I think he refed a few of my matches that I had at Chaotic, like the 2 or 3, and then like I've seen him at LPW. I've seen him all over the place. Nice
Right.
guy. Nothing against Tony.
I went down to the Gathering last summer for that wrestling convention. I went down with Damon Farah, and Tony got to ref an NWA World Championship match,
No, dude.
which against Trevor Murdoch versus Nick Aldis.
How was that?
And it was incredible. It was so awesome to see Tony, knowing that how much he loves wrestling and the legacies and things like that, knowing that must have been a dream of his. You know what I mean? When he started being a referee, that he would be able to do that. And God, I don't know how he's been doing it for quite a while now.
Yeah.
And I was just really proud to have been there, you know, to see a local guy like that be able to referee an NWA world title match.
It's always good to see people you know from around the area do well.
Yeah.
Always good.
I brought up LPW or you, Chris Sullivan. Do you know Chris at all?
Yeah, I've worked for LPW a few
Okay.
times. So nice guy, like quiet, quiet dude. No really, haven't talked to him too much, but every interaction I've had with him was good.
Right. And Jim Burgoyne.
Same,
Jim's a big guy.
very
man.
big dude.
Huge. Doc Ozone.
Doc Ozone's a maniac. That dude, I don't know what's up with that dude sometimes, but he thought was mine. But hey, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Right. Me and him, we love the cannabis. Sorry, Ma. I love you. I always say that when I talk about like stuff like that. I always have to say sorry to my mother, even though she's probably not watching. Mike Montero.
Mike Montero, good worker, solid. I feel like he gets himself out there more. He'll do pretty well.
Right. Okay. Todd Graham.
Todd Graham, nice guy. I worked with him with Proven Ground. I've worked him a couple times, like various little matches. Nothing bad to say about Todd.
Nice.
dude.
Okay. Tim Lennox.
Tim's a fun dude. Tim, who I've known him since almost when I started. Like we were in little groups together. We worked with each other. We had a mini little feud going on over the summer at NCW. So that was fun.
Nice.
It's always good to work with Tim.
Right.
And when it's like his lack of hair these days was just fun because I was there when like he got his hair cut off.
Right.
It was like the funniest thing watching him get like the rest of his head shaved.
And he's
Like,
always had it long.
like Tim, I don't think he's coming back, but I don't think he wants it to come back anyway.
Is he still doing the slam dance, Tim Lennox? Yeah.
Yeah, like I was funny. Like when he shaved his, when he cut his hair, I was like,
Yeah.
they handed me the bag. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put this in my bag, and like I'm gonna just randomly pull this out on him like a year from now, and he's gonna be like, why do you have my hair? But then I didn't. But then like I didn't see him. I didn't do it for like so long that I just opened my bag up like 6 months ago. Oh God, I still have this hair in it. It's weird now. Let me throw this out.
That's awesome. Vern Vicalo.
Vern, nice dude. Like another guy I've worked with a few times. Like he's really good and underrated. I feel like he doesn't.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, he works a decent amount of like local indies, but I feel like if he tried and really put the effort in, he could probably be all over the place.
Well, and he was really getting up there, and then the pandemic, and then he got injured. So
Yeah.
it pushed him back a little bit, but he's working hard. He's a hard-working guy.
He is very much.
You know, I expect to see big things from Vern as the years go on. How about Chad Epic?
I mean, he's good at getting into places. Not good at staying once he gets in, but
Right.
he's good at getting into places, I hear. But I like Chad.
All right. Scott Levesque.
Oh,
You know-
Scott Levesque's not a super genuinely nice dude. Like, worked with him at Live Prop when Providence Wrestle Party. We had a fun little match.
Nice.
But yeah, he's just a super kind-hearted dude. I like.
All right. Stephen Lust.
Nope, Steve. Like both him and his partner are both good dudes. Like, I've known them for a while too. Again, nothing bad to say. I've worked with them both. Like, Steve's a real good worker, go-getter. Really gets things on track. Like, so he's good. He's good at putting things together and doing stuff like that. Both of them are.
And they're from Lowell, my hometown.
Yeah.
Let's see. Slick Wagner Brown.
Oh, Wagner. I mean, yeah, Wagner. Yeah, I mean, how can you not like Wagner?
Right.
Like, you can I can hear him laughing. Can
I
I
was
hear
gonna-
right now? He's like, ah, ha, ha, ha.
Right.
I've never seen a man laugh so much and so long. Like, I've never seen. I would hate to see Wagner in a bad mood because that would probably be scary. Because
Right.
he's in a good mood 24/7. It seems like. Saw him a month or two ago when I did a Chris Hero seminar down in his school.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, it's always good to see Wagner, talk to him, see how his kids are doing. if his
Yeah,
kids are doing.
excellent. How about Bobby Ocean?
Same, Bobby Ocean. I met him when did I meet him? I met him in a what was a Sexy Jesus promotion?
Oh, Pioneer Valley?
Yes, I met him over there.
Pioneer Valley Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, we had a good conversation the first time we met. He
Nice.
talked about Brian, talked about Amato, talked about a few people. Good conversation.
That's a guy I want to get on here too, Hammer. I want to get Hammer Tunis on here for sure.
Hammer Tunis is an interesting dude. Like, you want to talk about an interesting dude.
Right.
Hammer Tunis is definitely a unusual dude.
Well, I know he's good friends with Aaron Morrison, and Aaron Morrison always has fun, he says, when he comes on here. So maybe Aaron can help me get Hammer Tunis up here. That would be incredible.
If Hammer Tunis got up there, you would have fun.
Oh, I believe that. Now, is he teaming at all with Big Bacon anymore?
I have no clue.
I haven't seen them
I
together in a
haven't
while.
I haven't seen Tunis in a long time. I don't know what he's up to. I think he was hurt. I don't know, but I haven't, like I said, haven't seen him in a while. I'd like to. He's always
Right.
he's always an interesting guy to be around. So
I mean, Brad Hollister and him, they were the closers. They were a hell of a tag team.
they were fun. I always enjoyed Tunis and Hollister working together, but I really liked what Tunis would do, and he just didn't care, and it was great.
Right.
Like, he had like these little I don't know if he actually had them, but I heard him talking like, I have these little Bibles where I put little purple kisses on it and I'm going to sell those. I was like, you're probably going to make a lot of people upset, but who cares, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty funny. How about Dennis Conway?
Dennis Conway. Like, I see him in NCW all the time. Him and Delilah. They got a bunch of little cute guinea pigs together. So.
Yes, I got a couple guinea pigs too, so I'm always looking at her guinea pigs on her Facebook.
Yeah, I got a few myself. I like guinea pigs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How many do you have?
3.
3. I got 2. 2 boys. We don't want babies.
Yeah, they're
so.
all mine are girls. So.
Yeah. All right. And you said Delilah. How about Tommy Billington? Tom Billington.
I've worked with him. I worked with him once at Prove It Ground. I haven't seen him in forever. Another guy I haven't seen anybody forever. It seems like, but
Really? Yeah.
But yeah, I see whenever I see him, we don't really talk too much, but not for any other reason other than we just haven't. But
Right.
again, nothing against him, nothing wrong with him. I have nothing bad to say.
How about Ricky Medeiros?
Oh, I like working with Ricky.
Yeah.
Him and his partner Jason Devine, Detox. They're fun to work with.
I just saw a match between him and Montero on YouTube, and it was
Oh yeah, I was there. I was there for that. They have their.
that match was so good.
This is like as you were saying earlier. I think the guys who just don't get like Mike Montero and Ricky are guys who have the problem with size. The people probably knock them for that.
Right.
But I mean, who cares? Right? They're good.
Should knock him because both of them guys can work big
Yeah,
time.
very good.
Like I
Very
said,
good
that match was so awesome. How about we'll go with a couple veterans. How about Jose Perez? Any interactions with Jose at all?
Very minimal. Very minimal.
Okay. Brickhouse Baker?
Oh, I like Brickhouse. Like I see him every now and then. We always say hello and say what's up. And seems like he's happy to see me. I'm happy to see him. So.
Right. And then his sons, Devin, the nice son, and then David, the mean one.
Yeah. I've never had a problem with it.
No, I'm just kidding. I bust Dave's balls. Everybody used to say to me when I'd bring up, they'd say, "Oh, Devin, the nice one."
Right.
So I always, whenever I say David's name, I always say the mean one. How about Jason Rumble?
Rumble. Oh man.
Hey kid, come on, let's go.
It's like, yeah, kid, I don't. Hey, well, I don't know why anyone has a problem. Like, I fed you guys. I trained you guys. Why would anyone have an issue? I'm going to call you Big Ike, by the way. I was like, okay, whatever you want, Jay.
Nice. How about one of his proteges, Joey Kilmartin? You know Joey?
Oh yeah, he lives up here in Nashville.
Yes, he does.
He got married. I haven't seen him since he got married like a couple years ago, but I hope he's doing well.
I see him out like every week. I go see Joey. He lives right near me.
No, tell him I said hello.
I definitely will. Joey's a great kid. How about I think I brought him up earlier, but Bo Douglas.
Oh, I love Bo. Bo's just the funniest dude. Like,
Right.
It's like he's just hilarious to be around sometimes, for various reasons. But he's such a genuinely nice guy. Like he's doing pretty well. So I'm just happy to see him doing well and doing the Belltime Club doing well. And they look like they might not be around for a minute during the pandemic, but they're still there, and I'm glad they are.
And we're gonna backtrack because I said the names and said that David was a mean one, and I never let you answer about the Baker boys. Devin Baker.
I've had like another couple dudes I just haven't had too much interaction with.
Okay. Both of them?
All my interactions have been pretty positive.
Okay.
So just like with Brickhouse.
How about the Hoods? Davey Cash.
Oh,
Chris Pyro.
Oh yeah, those are good dudes. Like whatever, like I said, they won't like the first tag team I ever worked.
Right.
Where they were very nice and very friendly. It's always good to see them. They're always like, oh hey, how you doing? Every time I see them. So.
Nice.
And they're always very complimentary, so that's always nice. And they're good dudes. So.
Nice. Sully Banger.
Sully, he's giving me a lot of fun opportunities down at Providence Wrestle Party. That's just a weird promotion. I mean, in the best way. So he's always coming up with interesting, goofy ideas. I'm still trying to do the. If he ever starts running again, I still want to do the Eminem death match for Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what I like to do. I kept giving him this idea. It's like, hey, how about like we just get a bunch of candy, we do a candy death match. We can have like instead of thumbtacks, we just pull a little M&Ms down. It'll be the dumbest thing ever, but hey, it fits in right here.
Right. Let's talk about some of the guys that have just like moved on from New England a little bit. We talked a little bit about AG, but what about Carmelo Hayes, formerly known as Christian Casanova?
Oh, he's doing really well. Obviously, you can see that every week on TV. But I saw him a few weeks ago when he came up for Vegas' retirement. So I got to talk to him for a while. It's always good to talk to Christian.
Right.
So, he's doing good, and hopefully he comes up sometime again soon. I'd like to say hello.
Yeah, definitely. How about who else? Dijak. Any interaction with Dijak at all?
Oh yeah, Dijak's great. He's even he was always super helpful at practice. He's like always going to the thing about Dijak is like, man, you ask him for advice, he'll give it to you, and he might give you a half hour of it to get to the point, but he'll get to that point and it'll be all worth it.
Right.
So he's like, oh, good. Like even today, if I feel like if I message him like, hey, could you watch this match? He'd probably watch it in a half hour and give me a response.
That's pretty awesome.
So yeah,
that is awesome.
He's a wonderful dude.
Right. How about Big Josh Briggs?
I haven't talked to Josh since a little bit. Like the last time I saw him was at a pro wrestling magic show in Jersey.
Oh wow.
We talked for a little bit, see how he's doing in life, and he's doing well. Got married, got cats. Yep. So now he's and I believe he signed by the WWE. Right? Yeah,
he's in NXT.
He wasn't one of the many releases that they've been popping up.
No, thank God. He's in a tag team with Jensen, and they're both Big Josh is that both guys are like over 6'5", and I mean a hell of a tag team. I really do expect to see them on the main stage within a year. Well, up on Raw or SmackDown.
Hopefully.
I mean, Vince McMahon, not like I know him personally, but we all know he likes the big guys that can work.
Yeah.
And Josh can work.
He can. That's one he definitely can.
Yes. All right. How about Troy Nelson?
Troy, funny dude. I got to work with him at Liberty States once. So that was an interesting match. I couldn't get the I had the powder. I used to put powder on myself. So the finish was supposed to be reaching in my pocket, pull powder out, throw it in his eyes, and then hit him. But he wanted me to take it out the bag and do this. But I was like, I don't want to take the whole bag out. I want to just pull it out of my pocket. I can could you do it? And I'm like, yeah, of course I can do it. So I'm just in my pocket, just in the middle of the match, and I get right at the end, just try to get the bag open. Like, I can't get this bag open. Oh, I can't even get it out my pocket. It's what is the twist? I was like, and I'm like, oh. And I was like improvised and hoped that was good enough.
Right.
But it was awkward.
And now I remember a spot you used to do where you would run chasing guys on your knees.
Oh, I mean, I'll still do that.
Do you still do it?
I mean, I would if I...
And you would bite them.
Yeah, I don't do it often, but if someone wanted to do it, I'd do it.
Right.
That's not always got to interesting reaction from people.
I actually liked it. I thought it was cool. Something totally different, you know? How about, let's see, I want to talk more about some people that you might know that when you were training. Obviously, Brian Fury,
Yeah,
he was a big help to you when you first started?
He was helpful a bit, but like he always would be with the more advanced people. So it was
Right.
always
So you would be with Johnny
yeah,
Aramata.
like my first experiences there was like literally outside of talking to Brian, like walking into the school,
Right.
and then signing up was Vegas because like he went over everything with me, called Christian over, had him explain something, and then like he was the one showing me how to run the ropes and bump for the first
Right.
night. So really, my first night was basically all Vegas, and then for the next like 7, 8 months, 9 months till I get to the advanced ring, whatever that was Amato in Vegas. But
Right.
and once I got over there, that's when Brian was more hands on with things.
How bad did you bruise up hitting the ropes? Like a lot of people, so they bruise. Some people not as much. So it's
Oh,
different.
definitely got bruises at
Yeah.
first, and even like now, like even if you go like when I first came back from the
Yeah.
pandemic, I got some because I hadn't hit the ropes in like over a year, so it's
Right.
like it's like I guess conditioning to your skin, but
Yeah.
yeah, so like you'll get some bruises. You'll get-
All right. So how about Davey Ann,
Yeah, she was there. She was there when I first got there, and
the chaotic heavyweight champion?
she is now. Yeah. Like I didn't really have like I never had because she was over the advanced ring, so I didn't have
Right.
a ton of interaction with her for the first like little bit, but yeah, we've known each other for a while, and I trained with her a little bit there.
I would not be surprised to see her be signed next. I really wouldn't. I
Yeah,
mean,
but-
she did work, I think, for
I was
AEW,
gonna say,
didn't
I
she?
think she did have a match at Dark.
But I mean, I would not be surprised if someone signs her and she's gone from the.
I mean,
You know?
she's doing Beyond almost every week, and
Right.
she's like up at the Limitless every now and then.
Yep.
and so yeah, she gets out there.
And I guess she went to Japan too, earlier in her career.
when I was kind of like a few months in. That's another reason I didn't have much interaction with her out the gate because
Right.
like after like a month or two, I believe that's when she did go to Japan for like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And
It's got to be an incredible experience. I know Eddie Edwards had done that too. He went down to pro wrestling knowing he was there, I want to say for like a year when he went. You know, played the young boy, slept in the dojo, cleaned up after practice and stuff.
yeah, like I mean, it'd be an interesting experience. I
Right.
mean, I'd like to go work in Japan, trying to learn Japanese.
Right.
I don't know if I want to go be the young boy at the dojo though. but,
Right. No, I hear you.
At this point, like, but hey, if I have anyone in Japan wanted to bring me out, I go to Japan.
Right. But I mean, you look at Eddie now, man, you know, one of the world's best wrestlers, well known throughout the whole world.
Yeah, I like Eddie.
And I remember first time seeing him, and he had the silver pants, the dreads, and he was incredible. Like for myself, I was watching him saying, "Man, this kid could be something if he sticks with it." You could tell he had something there right away.
Yeah, he's making the indie rounds a little bit around here now. Like, a
Yeah,
few
he
months ago,
worked for LPW, right?
Yeah,
And
I
did he go with a? Did
think
he
he did-
wrestle for Beyond or was it Limitless?
I think it was Limitless.
Yeah,
I believe it was Limitless. I think it was Alec. Didn't he work Alec up in Limitless?
I think that's who we worked. Yeah,
That thing.
that must have been a great match.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I can only imagine.
Right. That's amazing. How about let's see. We'll go to APW. Eddie, how about your interaction with my friend Sonny?
Funny, I haven't known him too long. I met him like because he started popping up at APW school
Yeah.
a couple years ago before Mike and Jeff Masters got it, and he was still popping in a bit. And I hadn't seen him since then because obviously COVID and everything just
Right.
messed up
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But yeah, Sonny, he's often good about advice and helpful tips and pointers here. And he's a
Nice.
funny dude too.
Yeah, he is
Just
funny. He's very funny.
ridiculously odd sense of humor, but I like it.
Right. How about Michael Morse?
Same, Michael Morris. Like he's a very. I feel like he's kind of a quiet dude, but
Yeah.
anytime I talk to him, he's approachable, nice.
It's amazing how he got into wrestling. He just was like a fan, and he worked with Malonis.
Yeah, he did.
And he had heard, like he had always said, "Oh, I want to be part of wrestling or something." And Malonis was like, "Hey, these guys are looking for
I
somebody."
guess I don't know. Here he is. He's
Yeah.
still here, going strong. Hopefully.
What about the big guy, the kingpin, Brian Malonis, the brawler?
I like Brian. I'm friends with his nephew or brother-in-law, I should say, not nephew, but Brandon. Yeah, I see anytime I see him, I say hello. But I have more interactions, obviously, with his brother-in-law because
Right,
we
right.
trained with each other too
But-
at first
but-
at that class.
It's great to know that he's going to be around a little bit more to see him. I can't wait to see him on a show around here soon. You know?
Yeah, is he on being around here? Like,
I don't know. I'm hoping
I don't think-
APW books him so I can, because I'm always at their shows.
Yeah, I'm sure he's excited because the Steelers made the playoffs.
Yeah.
So somehow
Yeah.
by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, they did.
I'm like watching the game last night, thinking like they just really got to kneel this ball out and tie it.
Yeah.
And
Big Ben. I was talking about him with my girlfriend last night. I've always been a fan of the guy. The guy's just a big guy. He's always plays hurt. He's a tough guy.
yeah,
Are you into football a lot?
I like football. I kind of think I kind of think the Steelers are going to end up upsetting the Chiefs next week.
I would love to see
I
that. Anybody
wouldn't-
that
I
beats the
wouldn't be-
Chiefs, I love.
I wouldn't be shocked, and I'm sure Brian will be excited if they do.
Oh,
Obviously. I'm
absolutely.
sure he'll be watching that one.
Absolutely.
But
What is your favorite sport besides wrestling?
that's a tough one. I mean, I kind of like them all. Like I like soccer. Like during the World Cup, I'll lose my mind.
Yep.
Favorite sport to watch is probably basketball, football.
Yeah. I'm a huge hockey fan. I love
You
it.
like
Like you, though. I like all the sports.
Like I'm the type of person who could sit down in like July and watch a random Milwaukee Brewers Phillies baseball game, and I can watch like
Nice.
7, 8 innings of it and not care.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. That's cool. What about you? Follow MMA at all?
I do. I like. I started watching that a while, but I haven't watched it much lately. But I used to
Right.
watch it like 10 years ago. So I like.
Back in the day with Chuck Liddell and like those guys.
Yeah, and Chuck Liddell,
GSP,
Randy Couture,
Matt Hughes.
Oh yeah, all those dudes.
Yeah.
Chael Sonnen a few years back.
Chael Sonnen, that's another guy. Now Matt Hughes, remember when they had inducted him into the UFC Hall of Fame and he did that walk? He had just like maybe 8 months or maybe a year before that, he had that bad car wreck.
Yeah.
And to see him come out like that, and they said, "Oh, we could, drive you down, get you to cot." He's like, "Nope, I'm walking it." And each step he took, man, I swear I got more emotional every time. It was just amazing to see him after, because they rolled the video package before, so they showed how bad shape he was in. I'm not gonna lie, man, I got misty-eyed watching. I'm a huge Matt Hughes fan.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I kind of started doing Krav Maga and catch wrestling and stuff like that
nice.
too. So that was part of the reason I got into all that. So that was always fun to do too, training.
Right. Well, you said you'd like to go to Japan. Do you ever think of maybe going over to Europe and wrestling over there? It's pretty big in Europe now, like bigger than it was years ago.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of places in England specifically, and like,
Right.
even in Germany they got like WXW.
Yeah.
I go wherever if the opportunity was there.
Nice. Do you want to plug your social media real quick?
Yeah, I got Twitter at Ike the Bite. Facebook, I think it's just Ike Bite. So yeah, Facebook.com/Ike Bite, Twitter at Ike the Bite. You can see me tweet random stuff out like 2 a.m. when I'm bored.
Nice. Well, thanks for coming on the show. Good luck with
Thank you.
the birth of your son coming up. Now, when is your son due?
February 9th.
Wow,
We should be-
soon.
yeah, it'll be very soon.
That's awesome. But thanks again.
Thank you. I appreciate it, bro.
Peace. Hi, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Listen, I could use a little help to grow my YouTube channel. So if you could please like, share, and subscribe. That's most importantly, subscribe. Send me a direct message, and I'll give you a shout out here on the show. My YouTube channel is real simple. It's just my name, Leo Connors. Thanks in advance. Peace.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.